And to better understand the former president's predicament and the media's perception of the situation, we had a quick conversation with Michael Tracey, who is an American journalist. Listen in to what he had to say. Now that Donald Trump has been arrested, where do things go from here for him? What would this really mean for him, politically speaking, and how do you expect things to play out?
Well, in just a pure practical sense, he hasn't been physically incarcerated yet.
Right.
So he's able to carry on with his political activities and campaign and so forth. But it's really uncharted territory because, as you may know, this is the first time that an American president has been criminally charged in this fashion. And it started in April when he was first indicted on New York state charges. And then that was followed up this past week with a federal indictment. And there could be as many as 2 more federal and or state charges coming in just the next couple months. So it's really impossible to say with any specificity how it will all pan out. I think one thing that gets lost in the discussion around this is that when Trump was president and when he was running for president, a big critique of him was that he was violating what were called norms, right? He was defying the standard procedures that were expected of an American president or a presidential candidate. Well, it turns out that more often than not, his opponents have actually been perhaps the most blatant violator of norms in that they brought charges against a sitting or a former American president now for the first time. And while he was president, he was also pursued by the Department of Justice or elements within the federal government on supposed national security grounds. That's obviously culminated now with him being charged for this violation of the Espionage Act, which is a very antiquated act that was first enacted during World War I, 1917. And it's very broad, very open to manipulation, and it's really, remains to be seen whether he can be convicted of these charges, but the media tends to focus on it as though the facts have been established, when all that's really been done yet is that the government has made assertions, or elements of the government have made assertions against Trump, and these have not even come close to yet to being proven in a court of law.
What is your assessment of the kind of media coverage that's been given to Donald Trump, to this particular Trump saga as well? And how would that really change from here onwards, given the latest developments?
Well, the media has really made a point to throw out all standards when it comes to Trump since the beginning of his first presidential campaign in 2015, where they really kind of discarded any pretense of impartiality and will hype any kind of passing comment that he makes as, you know, this apocalyptic statement of sort of monumental proportions that they can launch into hysterics about.